Nintendo and both 2K are going to opt out of the E3 Big Show events. Now, this is an interesting situation because both are going to do the exact same thing and probably have very different results. They are instead going to choose for more smaller type control scenarios. Now, a lot of people may say that the importance of E3 has somewhat diminished with the power of the internet, so that a big costless showing at E3 isn't as important as it used to be. Now, that statement isn't too far from the truth, especially in the case of 2K. And so that brings me to 2K, the developer. They have a brand which is currently riding high off 2K Basketball and the BioShock Infinite release. This company, being as small as it is, has established a brand very well. Plus, they have the advantage of using the internet and communications directly with game outlets and game journalism sites like IGN, GameSpot, and YouTube to relay any message to the public at a relatively fast speed. Now let's flip over to the other side of the coin, shall we, where we have Nintendo, who is one of the very big three of gaming. And whereas 2K are making their success from the views of those outlets, Nintendo is trying to make their success in spite of them. This really is a good look at how introverted an entity can be. Now granted that a lot of problems that are approached are from a cultural level. Nintendo is based in Japan, and as such they would have a Japanese mindset to gaming and from their business perspective. And this is finding something that works and sticking with it, which is evidenced with the Wii and the current findings of the Wii U. Now certainly this isn't a bad thing in Japan, but what I'm worried is how it shall be treated outside of Japan, where Nintendo has a very large market share. The circumstances of the Wii were a lot different than those of the Wii U. The Wii was, to its credit, innovative and did a great marketing campaign as a family fun zone game. During the early days, it absolutely killed, but that was because the 360 felt more hardcore, and the PS3, for all that it's worth, cost too fucking much on release date and was a pain in the ass to program for, which limited the amount of games the system could have. We'll talk about Sony's control issues later on another date. This launch cycle has Nintendo on a totally different footing, with Sony learning from their past mistakes and opting for a more conventional hardware to program for, which consequently will lower the price of the damn thing on release date, making it much more accessible to early adopters. Microsoft has a strong hold on the market as long as the stupid rumors of no used games and always online internet connected system to play your fucking games aren't true. They, along with their online services, they will have their sales. So here I am telling you the outcome that I think will happen. So I know a lot of people like proving me wrong, so here's another chance to do it. And Nintendo will not fail off one console cycle. They just will not. They are just too fucking big to fail off one console cycle. So let's just hope that the Wii U isn't that big of a mistake, but this is how I think it will happen. The outcome of this, I think, will leave Nintendo sales picking up 3 years down the line after a long list of Nintendo products have come out to actually support the system to catch up to the library. Christ, when did this turn into a Nintendo problems video? All I'm trying to say is that there needs to be a changing of the guard with Nintendo, because Microsoft and Sony are seeming to learn from their mistakes, and Nintendo just seems destined to only repeat them. But now, just on a much grander scale.